з ким маємо честь сьогодні мати Nicole Malliotakis. Sorry. We welcome you in our Ukrainian Catholic Church here, Holy Trinity. You know, we Ukrainians, we do very nice festival here, and we would like to celebrate festival, to invite you, but with great joy to celebrate freedom of Ukraine. You know what is that? It's big trouble. Everybody knows. And we cry, we pray, we support, we donate how much in our power. We hope that you have more power to intercede there to help more Ukraine in this difficult time. And thank you for coming to our church and praying together with us. Thank you. May God bless. And please, if you want to come, give you this microphone. Come here.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. I represent Staten Island, Southern Brooklyn, and Washington. And I'm happy to be here, but I'm sorry it's on a terrible occasion. My office reached out to Father Vasily and asked if I could come in and say a few words because of the last couple of weeks I've been working with the Ukrainian government trying to help as much as we can to stop the war and stop the devastation that is occurring. Yesterday, you should know that I had a phone call with President Zelensky. He addressed a number of us in Congress, and we had an opportunity to hear from him about the situation. Obviously, it's very dire. We've been helping as much as we can in terms of providing supplies, in terms of supplying weapons, in terms of implementing economic sanctions to cripple the economy of Russia. I had originally called for those sanctions well over a month ago, and I believe that if those sanctions had been in place earlier, this could have been deterred, it could have been prevented. But nonetheless, here we are, and obviously I'm only one person in Congress. I don't have the power to make these decisions. A lot of it is at the executive branch with the president. But since the invasion, we've been working closely, Foreign Affairs Committee, to push for extra weapons. The Ukrainians have been very grateful and thanking us. I speak with the ambassador of Ukraine to the United States regularly. We met with her as well last week, and various members of the parliament. What we're doing right now, and what President Zelensky asked, was for more weapons in terms of stingers, in terms of drones, in terms of jets, and I think that is something that we're going to be able to supply working with our NATO partners. Yesterday you saw one of the Russian helicopters crash. That was because of a stinger that the United States provided to the people of Ukraine. The other issue is, of course, the sanctions. So far, they have been hurting Putin in the Russian economy. You know, the Russian ruble has basically crashed, and we are, however, asking for more sanctions. Again, if these sanctions had been put in place before the invasion, I believe it could have deterred what we're seeing today. But we have to deal with the current situation, and certainly the sanctions on the banks have been helpful. We are seeing some of the oligarchs starting to call for peace. They are starting to pressure Putin, which is exactly what we wanted. But certainly we're running out of time as well. And so one of the issues that we've advocated for after the call with Mr. Zelensky yesterday was for Visa and MasterCard to stop operations in Russia. As you've seen, many U.S. companies, whether it be shipping companies, airlines, just so many companies across the board have stopped providing service in Russia, putting more economic pressure. Shortly after our meeting and Congress's call, Visa and MasterCard did cease the operations in in Russia, which is something that obviously President Zelensky wanted, so it was very fast the way it took place. That's good news. One of the other things is we want the United States to join Canada in stripping what is called most favored nation status. What it means is trading partner with Russia. That I think will hurt Russia with regards to trade and increased tariffs. And of course, I've been calling, and I had a press conference the other day, we need to stop the importation of Russian oil. We need to sanction oil and gas and mineral industry, because that is where Putin is making his money, and that is what's funding this war. And it is a disgrace that we Americans are paying for this inhumane attack on Ukraine. And so I've called on the president to ramp up domestic energy production so we can stop importing barrels of oil from Russia. I think that is so incredibly important, and we're seeing calls from both Republicans and Democrats to stop the importation of oil. But we need to do it by also ramping up our domestic production. If you look at Europe, why Europe is so vulnerable today, they seized a lot of their domestic production. They rely on Russia for 40% of their natural gas. So we need to make sure that we protect our own national security, that we help the American people who are struggling right now, paying high prices at the pump. But also, if we did not stop over the last year some of the leases and some of the energy production in this country, we would be in a better position to help Europe right now, who really is beholden to Russia for its energy needs. With that said, I know that many people are interested in seeing a no-fly zone. This is a decision of the president with the leaders of NATO. However, what President Zelensky said, if they're not going to do a no-fly zone, then give us the jets. Give us the planes, because they have the pilots that are prepared and able to do this. So we're calling for those jets to be provided. Really, it's a decision for the Eastern European countries in NATO, like Poland, for example. They have Soviet-style jets that the Ukrainian military knows how to fly. And if they are to provide it, the United States should backfill those countries' aircrafts. But that would be the way we can best assist Ukraine at this time without escalating further. So I just wanted to come by today to give you all an update, to know that I'm working on this issue, that I'm speaking with the ambassadors, I'm speaking with President Zelensky, we're speaking with the members of parliament, we're trying to do what we can to assist. My prayers are with you, and I'm the daughter of a Cuban refugee. So when I see these images of these families fleeing, you know, I know what that feels like to come from a family where you've lost your homeland, you've lost your freedom. And so I stand with all of you, and I want you to know that, and that we'll continue to keep open lines of communications any way we can help. There are other operations taking place. I'm working with some Ukrainian Americans to try to get bulletproof vests, try to get night goggles and things to the people. And we've managed to make some connections with people on the ground in Poland. So if it's something that you as a group want to do, we can talk about how we can help assist, get it to people. Because a lot of people want to help, they don't know where to send things. But we have a contact on the ground in Poland now that we can help with some of that. The last thing I just want to say is we are helping a Staten Island family. Situation is a man who's Staten Island American. He is married to a Ukrainian. They were living in Ukraine until she had applied for her visa a long time ago. About a year and a half ago, they've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So we finally been able to assist them to get to Moldova, where they have had their visa application transferred. They're safe now, and we're going to work to get them here to the United States. We're also working on the application that has been in the process, again, for over a year now, for another senior citizens, parents of the Staten Islanders. And we're trying to, they're in Armenia, so we're trying to get their application processed in Armenia so they can come to the United States. So if you have family that has had an application already pending, so this is pre-war, if you've had, let's say, for a year or a year and a half, and your application has been sitting there, or you yourself have applied to become an American citizen, you're in good standing, you have a green card, you've been waiting for we can help you with that. Maybe. It's not, it depends on, every case is different. But I want you to know that my office is a resource to help you, and you can always, just find my information I'm online, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. I can also provide it to Father as well. So these are for people who, again, have been stuck in the system of red tape and bureaucracy and have been waiting pre the war. And I have some people that we've been able to help who have been in the process for years, and they've got lost in the red tape. So we're happy to help. Over 40 people become United States citizens in just my first year in Congress. And I want to help you too if you are in that similar situation. So thank you very much. God bless you. God bless Ukraine. Slava Ukraini. I stand with you. And we will continue to work to help these people who are suffering so greatly.
Thank you. Very much, Mrs. Nicole Malliotakis. And people would like to talk with you, with George Hall, if it's possible. Do you have time to spend it with them?
Yeah, I have the St. Patrick's Day parade that are scheduled to be at 12:30. So I can give you a little time.
We would like to say thank you. And now will be one song prayer, a special prayer for Ukraine. Боже великий єдиний, прошу вас.